Automatic villager breeders and trading halls, probably two of the most useful things in Minecraft survival, and if you're looking for a tutorial that solves all those issues, you're at the right place. So why should you use my version of the villager breeder plus trading hall plus zombie center tutorial? I'm using the cheapest materials possible, so this will be very easy to use for new players. No name tags. Also, it's super reliable. This has been done on survival multiple times. I have two buildings, one here, another one behind me, so I've tested it twice. Works perfectly. You'll get the best trades possible from your trading hall, and well, building this, it's just super fun. Let's start with a quick demo. If I click this button here, a cart comes out, sends our villager into this profession area here where we will slap a profession table. He grabs a profession and then we'll click on this button here. He will be sent to this room over here where he will be in one room with a zombie on that side, and the zombie will turn him into a zombie villager, and then we will cure the villager and then send him to our trading hall. So once you have a villager ready, you click that button and then he gets sent to the trading hall, and we'll follow him real quick. And at this point, he'll be entered into one of our trading halls. Trading hall number 2, and this entire area over here, another trading hall. So this has made me very, very rich in Minecraft, and I'll show you how. So let's start by placing our foundations. From this block all the way to this block is 22 blocks wide. From this block to here is 7 blocks wide. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And from here to there, that's 22. Okay, so we'll have a basic shape that looks like this. Count the blocks on your screen if you need to. Okay, now we're going to place 2 glass blocks over on this side. Count 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to want to place another block on top of it, like so. Cover the entire floor with slabs all the way from this end to that end. So you'll want to break these 3, 1, 2, and 3 like so. Now grab some powered rails, place them here, here, and here, and then temporarily break this block, place 1 powered rail here, and place 1 more on this side, and then you can put the slab back on. So you'll end up with a shape like this, and if I go under the slabs, this is what it will look like, and that's absolutely fine. Okay, now time to place some trapdoors. Just do it like this. Shift click on this side over here, turn it upwards, and do the same on all 4 sides. And then you'll want to fill in this entire area with beds. Once you have all the beds filled up, you'll end up with a shape somewhat like this one right here. And here's the build so far from another angle. Okay, next we're going to increase the building frame, and we're going to go 4 blocks higher. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're just going to cover up the entire area like we did before. Alright, so now we'll end up with a shape somewhat like this. Now we need to place a dropper facing down. All you got to do is place 2 temporary blocks over here, grab your dropper, and then make it face downwards. Make sure this hole here faces downwards, and you should be good to go. This is a good time to put our 2 villagers into this trapped area before we continue on with this build. I'm using villager eggs here obviously, but if you need a tutorial on how to place villagers into tight spaces, I have that on my channel. Next, we're gonna build our redstone clock. This is very simple, just follow this. Break these 2 blocks, hold your shift button and click on the dropper like so. Add 1 block here, just do a 3 by 3 square like so, and you're good. By the way, please don't use glass on these bits here. It just wouldn't work on redstone, so just use any solid blocks. Anyway, add 1 more solid block here. Now pull out your repeaters and stand from this side, place 1 like so. Stand over here, shift click on here, and then stand here and click over there. And then grab your redstone dust, 1, 2, and 3, and then grab your redstone torch, stick it on this side, and you have a working redstone clock. Now what this does is it activates this dropper. So if I place something in it like carrots for example, it's gonna throw the carrots out. Perfect, that's exactly what we want. Okay, next fill in the entire area from here all the way to the corner to my left with dirt. And you'll end up with a shape like this, and right in the middle of this dirt area, like literally in the middle, you'll want to break 1 dirt and place 1 slab like so. Okay, next we want to place some water sources on the corners here. So the easiest way to do that is just to temporarily place a block behind these, and then you can place a stairway over here, and you can break these blocks, and we'll do the exact same thing on the other side as well. Dirt block, and then you place a stairway like so. Break these, grab your water bucket, place water there. Place water over here, place water on this side as well. Do the exact same thing on this corner here. Break this block, place your stairs, and then place some water here. And we should be good for our watering system. Okay, now let's build 2 more blocks higher like so, and then we'll fill all the sides with glass. I'll just do that off camera real quick. So that's 2 blocks higher, and then surround everything with glass until you've covered it all. You should have a shape that looks like this. Now it's time to place our hoppers. Shift click into the dropper and then shift click into this dropper. So if we look from the side, you can see that this one is facing into this one and the top one is facing into this one. Now it's time to cover additional areas with glass. Just do exactly as what I'm doing on screen. Cover these areas. You'll want to cover these areas as well. And then you'll want to cover this side as well, like so. And then you'll want to cover this side as well. Okay, this is the shape that we want. Now from up above, you'll want to go to the side of this hopper and then shift click on the hopper to place that rail, and then place the minecart with hopper like so. And then you'll want to go back to the side and place a trapdoor on the top like so. And now you're going to want to place your composter. Just place a temporary block next to the water and then place a composter on top of the water like so. And then you'll want to till all the soil and grow carrots on them. So we've planted our carrots, and this is how the build should look so far. And once this top bit is done, first thing you want to do is place a farmer villager over here. Whoops. And then you'll want to walk over to this side and then place one more villager on this end here. So he will farm carrots and then give it to this villager that will be trapped by this hopper, and then it will be fed to these villagers and they will breed. So that's the first part of this tutorial. Now, I'll say it right now, don't be surprised if they don't breed right away. It takes a very long time before they start breeding. He needs to harvest the crops, and then his inventory needs to be full. When his inventory is full, he's going to share the crops to this guy. This guy will never receive it, as it will be trapped by these hoppers. The hoppers will give it to the villagers below, and once they have enough food, they will eventually breed. This can take 3 days, 4 in-game days. It might take even longer. Just be patient, do the rest of the build, and I assure you it will work. Don't forget to put torches, make sure the place is well lit up, and don't forget to cover the top bits with slabs so that mobs don't spawn inside this area or on top of it. Now there's 2 things that you can do to accelerate this process. You can throw carrots over on this side so that the farmer villager starts giving carrots to the other guy, or you can drop down below and you can also give the carrots to these villagers over here by simply throwing it at them, or you can put it into the dropper as well, whichever method works for you. And there you have it. That's a fully working automatic villager breeder system. So now off we go to part 2 of the tutorial, giving these villagers trade. Right, so we're on this side of the build, and I've extended the platform just a little bit. Oh, they're breeding already. That was pretty fast, so yeah, it does work. So I've extended the platform just a little bit just to make things easier to see. We're going to add some powered rails towards this side, and then we're going to place a dropper facing the front side like so, and then we're going to place a button on any side. You can put it on the side, on the top, on all sides if you want. That actually looks kind of cool. Okay, we'll do that. That's actually a cool look. I like that. Grab yourself a lever and just stick it in here, right click it to activate these rails over there, and then go onto the other side and place one over here to activate this side. Grab yourself a normal rail and then place it over on this side, and then some more powered rails facing towards the outside. Now you don't need to use powered rails, you can just use a few of them and use regular rail. It really doesn't matter. And just add some more going towards this direction, and now we're gonna make our profession center. Okay, next we want to add an activator rail on this side, and we'll want to power that as well with a lever, so that's already on. And then we're going to add some more rails on this side, spinning around towards that side. We'll replace these ones with powered rail just so that it doesn't lose too much power. Turn it on with a lever as well, and just leave it as that for now, and we'll continue on with this part of the build. You're going to want to place a solid block here, 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 and here. And then you're going to want to place 3 glass blocks, 1, 2, and 3. And then 2 more blocks on the left and the right side, looking like so. Okay, next you'll want to place a solid block here and here, and then another solid block here and here. And then over here up top, you'll want to place an iron trapdoor like so. Any trapdoor will do, you don't need iron, and that will do it. For good measure, always cover the top bits with slab. Next, we want to get our minecarts back into that slot there to make things more convenient. So we'll place some rails here, and then we'll need to elevate the ground just a little bit on this side. So we'll just place some blocks going up like so. Add some more over on this side, and then grab some sand and cacti. And then place the sand on this side over here. Place the sand, and then you'll want to place the cactus on top of it, and then you'll want to use some powered rail. Pull things up to this side here, all the way there. Power it with a lever, and then grab your hoppers. Break this block, break that button there. Now shift click into the dropper, shift click your hopper to that hopper, and shift click another one to that one like so. And then place another rail over on this side. So what was the point of all that? If we have a hopper going out over here, we push it over, it goes up, and then it gets destroyed by the cacti, and then it'll go into here. Okay, now we're gonna make the interview room. This is where we give our villagers a profession. You can use any blocks you want, but I'm just gonna use glass for this example. You can make it as small or as large as you want. I'm just gonna make it pretty small, so something like this. I'll probably make it just a little bit higher like so. Okay, we'll want to enclose this completely. Okay, we have this fully enclosed area. I'm just going to cover the tops as well. Okay, now we're fully enclosed, and I'll explain why in a second. You should probably use dirt on this side here because you're going to want to break this a lot. Right, so we're going to give this a test, and we're going to try and send one villager over real quick. Whoops, you have to use a dispenser over on this side, not a dropper, a dispenser, so do remember that. I almost screwed up there. I've already replaced this with a dispenser, and now things should work fine. Okay, I'm gonna press that, minecart goes up, picks up one villager, villager gets dropped, and the minecart gets back into the dispenser. Remember, don't use a dropper on that side. Right, so the reason that we want this room is so that we can actually close this block at the bottom, so that he doesn't pathfind into some other profession and end up bugging things out. I've tried so many methods, this one is just the simplest one to use. So for example, let's try and place a profession table. He's going to change into a librarian. Channeling, I don't want that. All you got to do is break the profession table. He's going to lose a profession, place it again. Wait till he changes, and silk touch, that's pretty good. And to lock the trade in, all you got to do is trade once. So to lock in a trade that you like, and the profession as well, all you got to do is trade once on that specific trade, silk touch. So that way, he's gonna forever be a librarian that has silk touch. Great. Now you can break this block, and we'll continue on to the next step. Now we don't need to close this off unless we're doing some work. In fact, we can even just destroy that for now. Okay, this next part here is what I consider to be the best magic of this build. Let's just make the outline of the structure. First and foremost, just do a 3x5 layout like so. And before we continue on, let's just set up our rail cart system real quick. Now that you have this 3x5 building set up, let's just set up our rail cart system. Again, you'll want a dispenser facing the front side like so. Add a button behind it like so. And then you'll want to send that out, power the rails, of course, not all the way. Activator rail over here, add power onto that side, and then the minecart will go around this route and then go up these glass stairs. Remember, don't use solid blocks, use glass here. It'll go up to this corner here. And then what you'll want to do is place sand over on this side, cactus on top, string if you want, and then we'll want to place hoppers leading into this dispenser over here. Break this block as well, and then you can break this block over here, add a and we'll temporarily break that as well, and then add hoppers all facing into that corner, and we'll place that track again, and we'll test it out real quick. Turn on that minecart, it goes into here, goes back here, goes up, and it should be back in our dispenser. Very convenient. This is where the magic of the build happens, so I had to move this lever to the side because we're gonna need to dig down over here, so just dig a few blocks down for now. Get your sticky piston ready, and we'll just jump on down over here, dig a little bit more, and then over on this side, dig one more block down. I have no more layers down there, that's why it's just it's a hole. But face your sticky piston upwards like so, and then place a slab over on that side. Put 1 and 2 redstone dusts like so, and now we can cover up this area. I'll just put whatever blocks that I have. And then on top, over on this side, you'll want to place a lever. When you flick that, this slab will go up. All right, this is where we're going to do some magic. Okay, the next thing that you want to do is just start covering up the blocks over on the top so that it's completely roofed up like so. And now we actually need to trap a zombie on this side. So prepare some dirt when you're trying to do this. It's always easier with dirt. And then we'll just place some temporary blocks on this side, and I'll place full blocks over here and over here. So let's look at it from the other side again. Over here we have the piston slab. You press that, piston goes up. But for now, we're going to break this lever because we're going to need to trap a zombie in there. Now there's a specific type of zombie that we want, and those are the ones that are carrying some form of weapons. Okay, so this might be a worthwhile candidate because he's carrying something. If a zombie is carrying something, there's a good chance that he'll pick up weapons that you give him. Okay, we're gonna throw him a sword and hopefully he's gonna pick it up. Great, so he picked up the sword. That's exactly what we want. All we need to do is lure him into that spot. Or hey, he just walked in. So just one nudge and yeah, okay. So we got him trapped. Great. And before we get to daytime, be sure to cover the top block. Otherwise he's gonna burn. So we're gonna break this block for now, and we'll place a slab over here. And let's put glass on this side so we have a better view of the zombie. Okay, great. Now we'll put our lever back and make sure that the system is working fine. Okay, that's working great. All right, back on over to the other side. We're gonna break these 2 blocks, and as you can see, even though we push this lever up, the zombie can't get out. So I'm gonna place glass 1, 2, 3 like so, and then place a trapdoor of any kind over here and over here. So I'll just move on closer so you can see one trapdoor here and one here. Great. So next we're going to trap a villager in here, and we're going to cure him, and we can actually do it twice. But before we do that, let's just get the rail system sorted. Okay, I'm going to send one villager over. That's getting picked up. In he goes. He's already a librarian because I didn't block that earlier. So let's do the trade. Luck of the Sea, 42 emeralds and 1 book. So let's sort of memorize that. The trade has been locked in. We can now break that, break this block to go out, and then we'll press this button and send him over in here. Okay, he's now a zombie villager. One thing, you can break this trapdoor up top and just place a button over here. So here's where the magic happens. Now, if I flick this switch, the zombie goes down, and I can actually cure this villager safely. The way you do that is by using a splash potion of weakness, like so, and 1 golden apple. And now all you gotta do is wait, and then let's see how much better the trades will be afterwards. By the way, this process can take quite a while, around 2 to 5 minutes. Don't go too far away from your zombie villager because it will despawn. It will despawn. That's why we should just wait here. In the meantime, I'm gonna go to the toilet. Great, now he's finally cured, and as you can see, the zombies are not bothering him because they can't reach the villager. I love this system. So let's check out the new trade value. From 42 emeralds, it went down to 17, and that's already pretty insane. Books from 9 to 3 emeralds. We're gonna do this process one more time, and this is the beauty of this system. So once again, we're gonna flick that up, and let's see how long it takes. Oh, okay, that's done. Great. We're gonna send him back down, and we'll do this one more time. Okay, and that's done. Just as a little note, guys, if you want, you can actually build this and this under this building. If you just make it a little bit higher, the rail system will be a little bit more complex, but if you like to save space, you can totally do that. Right, so he's finally cured twice, and you can get a 42 emerald trade for only 1 emerald, and the best part is 1 emerald gets you a bookshelf. And you know what? A bookshelf will give you 3 books, and some librarians will let you trade 1 book for 1 emerald. So that means you gain 2 emeralds per trade. That is pretty insane. All right, final part, the trading hall. So this is how you want the trading hall set up. It's not complicated at all. I'll just show you real quick. What you want to do is just make something that is 3 blocks wide and 3 blocks tall, and then you'll extend it all the way to one side. You can make this as long as you want, it doesn't matter. So here we have the basic shape. Cover up the top, add pillars in between each of the villager area, add a glass block on top and underneath, cover up the entire middle section, and repeat the same process on the other side. Okay, now you'll want to place fences temporarily on the top side, and this will be used for moving our villagers in safely. Add some lighting to be safe, and this is how it should look. For now, this is how it should look. Okay, let's do the final step. Move the librarian over, and he goes on the minecart. And we just need to set up a rail system without any ends over there. The minecart will drop over there. You can follow suit. It's nice that he's still trapped in there. So what we'll do here is we'll just break the block where we need him to get into, like so. And he's basically going to stand on the profession table, which is absolutely fine. Next, you'll want to very, very carefully break this block. Don't whack him or you're screwed. The trade values will just go back to normal. So okay, he's off, and now all we gotta do is just give him a little shove. Hey, well, there he goes, great. So after you're done, you can remove all of the fences from up top, and you'll have something that looks like this. And the great thing about this system is, some other trading halls, you have so much stuff in front of the villagers that when you trade, you can't actually grab the XP. But with this system, you can actually go to this diagonal block and you'll get all the XP. Alright, so some troubleshooting tips before we go. I've tried like 50 times or so, and usually this occurs without a hitch. This zombie will always stay in place, but occasionally it follows through with the villager to that spot over there. One way to remedy this is to temporarily place a block over there. You can always remove that later, just before sending your villager out. Troubleshooting tip number 2. Sometimes this villager already has full inventory so that the farmer would not give carrots to him. Now this can be remedied by simply killing off this villager and then he will start giving carrots again. Now some other troubleshooting for this section here, if for some reason they're not breeding, just try and rearrange the beds, destroy them all and then place them all again, and then they should be breeding just fine. Troubleshooting tip number 3. A villager breeder will only breed new villagers so long as there are enough beds for new villagers. Now, if you've set up a trading hall that is too close to your villager breeder and you've already exceeded the amounts of beds that you have, no new villagers will be bred. There's a few ways to remedy this. One of them is to make sure that your trading hall is far away enough from your villager breeder, or you can add more beds to this section. Just build it sideways or to the area behind me. You can have a maximum of 100 villager beds in one area. Alternatively, you can always try and just replace the beds with new ones. So once you send your villagers out to the trading hall and have them enclosed in their area, try and replace these beds and then just add new ones in. A final tip, I'm going to replace these blocks here with glass, and I'll replace the ones on the other side as well so we have a better view of the zombie. So it looks like if the zombie is too close to the left side of his holding cell, his hitbox can actually clash into the minecart. So my final tip is that you can wait until the zombie is towards the right side before launching the minecart, and everything should be working fine. Right, so I guess that concludes this video. I promise this will be my last villager breeder and villager trading tutorial for a while. I've done quite a few in the past already, so do consider saying hi in the comment section below. If you have any issues, do let me know and I'll try and solve them for you. So yeah, once again, thanks for stopping by and I'll see you guys next time. Once again, the name's Smash Bros, signing out.